1968 Ford Mustang Eleanor is one of those. A myth on four wheels, a name that carries more weight than most supercars combined. To even utter it is to conjure an aura of rebellion, freedom, and desire. Now imagine that legend reborn, not as a fragile relic of cinema, not as a piece of nostalgia, but as something entirely new, something nobody thought possible. The 2026 Ford Mustang Eleanor 1968 edition SUV, draped in shimmering silver, is not just a car, not just a reimagining. It is the impossible made metal. And the very first glance will leave you speechless. This isn't a retro toy. This isn't a tribute. This is Eleanor, alive again, grown larger, prouder, more intimidating than ever, standing tall in SUV form, staring down the world with the kind of confidence that makes rivals from Lamborghini to Ferrari wonder if Ford has completely rewritten the rules of passion and power. And here's where disbelief turns into awe. The moment your mind tries to catch up with what your eyes are witnessing. They didn't ruin Eleanor by scaling her up. They elevated her into something mythical, a figure carved from fantasy and forged into reality. The sculpted silhouette of the 2026 Eleanor SUV doesn't just reinterpret history, it bends it. It blends the haunting elegance of the 1968 fastback with the brute, earth-shaking posture of a modern performance SUV. Silver paint ripples across the stretched body like liquid mercury, while the roofline whispers the past but roars the future. Every angle is adrenaline. Every curve is a challenge. A machine that makes Porsche Cayenne drivers quietly rethink their purchase, that makes Trackhawk owners swallow their pride, that even makes the mighty Aston Martin DBX feel suddenly polite. Eleanor wasn't supposed to be touched, yet here she stands, reforged into a new weapon of desire. Walk around this SUV and you feel like you're circling a legend that knows it has returned to reclaim its throne. The silver body catches sunlight like it's performing for an audience, as if Eleanor is fully aware she has risen again after decades of silence. The front fascia is all Mustang, but it has been reimagined with a sharper jawline, broader shoulders, and the kind of presence that stops people mid-sentence. The headlights don't just glow, they stalk. Predatory, focused, almost alive. The grille, shrouded in dark chrome, wears the Eleanor identity with a confidence that doesn't need permission. Every vent carved with intent. Every line drawn for dominance. Park it beside a Range Rover and the Rover feels shrink-wrapped. Put it next to a Lamborghini Urus, and the Urus suddenly feels like it's trying to compete with its older, wiser, angrier sibling. Eleanor doesn't beg for attention. She demands the world to adjust around her. Step inside and the legend deepens. The interior of the 2026 Eleanor SUV blends muscle car nostalgia with futuristic luxury in a way no one saw coming. Black dominates the cabin because rebellion always starts in the dark. Silver accents surf along the dashboard and doors, echoing the body outside, tying the past and present in one continuous line. Drop into the driver's seat and it doesn't feel like sitting. It feels like being claimed by a story decades in the making. The dashboard offers modern digital freedom, but framed with 1968 Eleanor attitude. The steering wheel is more than material, it's symbolic. The moment your hands grip it, you're holding history, cinema, rebellion, and the future all at once. Technology fills the cabin, but nothing feels excessive or gimmicky. Everything is intentional, everything is driver-centric. The digital cluster blends modern sharpness with subtle callbacks to classic 60s gauges, a secret handshake from Ford to the true believers. Technology fills the cabin, but nothing feels excessive or gimmicky. Everything is intentional, everything is driver-centric. The digital cluster blends modern sharpness with subtle callbacks to classic 60s gauges, a secret handshake from Ford to the true believers. On the road, the Eleanor SUV becomes more than numbers or stats. It becomes an experience, a story being written with every throttle press, every curve, every breath. Steering is sharp with Mustang DNA threaded through its veins. Suspension is adaptive, mastering city streets, high-speed runs, mountain roads, and midnight cruises. You don't just drive this machine, you connect with it. You command it. And when the world blurs into silver streaks as the SUV launches ahead, you don't feel like you're piloting a vehicle. You feel like you're piloting a legend reborn. What Ford has done borders on madness but feels like destiny. To reshape something so sacred, so deeply rooted in automotive culture, should have been impossible. And yet here it is, bold, reverent, breathtaking. The 2026 Mustang Eleanor 1968 edition SUV is not a compromise. It is a declaration. It honors its history while threatening the present. It forces even the giants of Ferrari, Lamborghini, and Mercedes to acknowledge that heritage, when transformed with courage, becomes untouchable power. Eleanor has always been about spirit, defiance, and living louder than the world allowed. And in SUV form, she magnifies that legacy beyond anything the past could hold. This isn't just a new Mustang. It isn't just a new Eleanor. This is a legend reborn, silver-skinned, unstoppable, and demanding to be remembered not for what she was, but for what she has become. The 2026 Ford Mustang Eleanor 1968 edition SUV proves that some legends don't just survive. They return stronger, louder, wilder, and more untouchable than ever. And if you want more rewrites like this, make sure to subscribe. But because the 2026 Lexus RX 600h Coupe, in this matte gray finish, carries a kind of quiet dominance that sneaks up on you. It does not shout. It does not beg. It does not dance for attention. It exists with this calm, confident gravity. And before you know it, your entire mind is locked onto it. And, there are cars that come and go, cars you forget the moment you walk past them. And then there are cars that feel like they shift the air around them the second they appear. The RX 600h Coupe belongs to that second category. It has that strange magnetism you can't fully explain, the kind that makes you slow down, look again and think, wait, what exactly am I looking at? I remember standing there beside it, the sun falling across those smooth matte gray panels, feeling that sensation you get when something familiar suddenly becomes unfamiliar in the best way possible. This is still an RX, but it's also not an RX. It's something else entirely. Something bolder. Something that feels like Lexus finally whispered to itself, go on, break the rules. The stance was the hook for me. The rear looks almost predatory, sitting low and wide, the quad exhaust squares tucked into a carbon-infused diffuser that looks like it was borrowed from a fighter jet. The taillight stretches like a razor line across the back, emphasizing the sculpted hips of the coupe profile. And the front? Lexus blended their classic design language with a sharpness I didn't expect. The headlights look like narrowed eyes sizing you up. The spindle grille is darker, deeper, more menacing than ever. It's as if Lexus took their calm persona and finally let it misbehave. What struck me is how alive the whole body feels. Every surface looks sculpted rather than stamped. Every angle feels intentional. And this matte gray color. This isn't playful. This isn't friendly. This is mature, controlled, centered. When sunlight hits it, the car looks like it's made of some restricted alloy from a classified facility. It suits the personality perfectly. Walking around it, you notice the little details. The wheel arches have this pronounced shape, hinting at performance. The shoulder line dips just enough to catch light dramatically. And the rear quarter angle is the kind of view designers obsess over in a studio. The roof taper, the muscular rear, the rising belt line. It all clicks perfectly. You can almost hear someone saying, "That's it, don't change anything." Then there's the front bumper, carved like a sculptor worked on it by hand. The openings have depth, layers, shadow. It feels alive even when parked. The LED strips give the car a permanent focused expression. Some cars look mean only when the engine fires up. The RX 600h Coupe looks focused even when asleep. Step inside, and the mood changes in the most Lexus way possible. Outside, the car feels like a silent storm. Inside, it feels like a luxury meditation chamber crafted with precision. Lexus has always done good interiors, but this time they built something that feels almost architectural. Smooth lines, dark materials, soft illumination, everything arranged with purpose. The seats hold you gently but firmly. The steering wheel has perfect thickness. The screens are crisp without overwhelming the cabin. It's luxurious without being loud, futuristic without feeling cold. It has that timeless Lexus calm, upgraded with a new edge. But what truly matters is the intention behind this car. It's not an RX with a coupe roof slapped on. It's Lexus pushing emotional design further than they ever have, without abandoning their identity. It's not trying to copy the BMW X6 or Mercedes GLE coupe. It's carving its own personality, refined, sharp, quietly aggressive. On the road, you can imagine how the hybrid system pushes it forward like a rising wave. Lexus hybrids don't punch, they glide, building power gracefully. The RX 600h Coupe doesn't try to be a track toy. It tries to be balanced, athletic without harshness, confident without drama. The suspension likely gives you that signature Lexus glide, with just enough firmness to remind you this is a coupe SUV with intent. And this matte gray finish transforms everything. The light slides across the body in soft waves. The shadows deepen the sculpting, making the whole car feel more cinematic, more deliberate. Matte paint usually hides curves. Here, it enhances them. If paint could speak, this one would say, "I'm not here to entertain. I'm here to exist." The rear, again, demands attention. The quad exhaust tucked into that sharp diffuser give it a rebellious edge Lexus usually avoids. The taillight bar is clean and thin. The spoiler sits just right, subtle but meaningful. It has that slight concept car energy, the kind that makes you stare at it longer than you expect. This is a coupe SUV for people who don't need attention, but know exactly how to command it when they want to. It's for someone who doesn't want a loud machine shouting for validation. It's for someone who appreciates power delivered with discipline, design delivered with intention, confidence delivered quietly. For me, the RX 600h Coupe represents a new era for Lexus. Not a loud reinvention, but a confident evolution. A willingness to push the envelope without tearing it. To sculpt, refine, and explore new emotional territory without losing their core identity. And honestly, that's why this thing went viral the second people saw it. Because it isn't just another luxury SUV. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more deep dives just like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button. It takes a lot of time and effort to create, edit, and craft this content for you, and your support helps keep it alive.